Today on MTG Unpacked, it's Flesh and Blood Friday, and we are taking a look at the heavy hitters Blitz decks. So we've got a brick of 6 decks here. So this set was just released last week. So become their champion. We have Brute, Guardian, and Warrior. So this is a great way to get started with the game. And we have our 6 decks here. These are sealed up. So we'll set those aside and get into it. Okay, so starting off here with Victor. The Victor Blitz deck. So if I can get in here. Oh, here we go. I was going to slice it open, but they have a convenient thing on the back. Alright, so it's been a while since I've opened any Blitz decks on the channel. Let's see what we got here. So Victor, Flesh and Blood. And on the other side, player out of the box, the Golden Sun. Apparently, not sure of what the lore is about there, but I'm sure there is something. If you know more about that, let me know in the comments. And we are sealed again. So this is going to take me a while, isn't it? Okay. They really don't want me getting into these, apparently. Okay, so we do apparently have some extended art versions exclusive to these decks. So here we have a foil Victor Goldmane. And that's Guardian Hero, Young Hero. We have Miller's Grindstone, Stonewall Impasse, and Golden Glare, Vigor Girth, Gauntlet of Might, Stand Ground, Command Respect. So we've got a couple of those, so you can have at most 2 cards, unique cards in your deck here. Concuss, so 2 of those. Thunk, and we've got 2 of those. Rally the Rear Guard, so 2 of those. Test of Might and Test of Strength. So we've got a couple of those, and you can see a lot of the cards Guardian or Warrior, so there's different classes, so as long as it matches the class of your hero. Test of Vigor, we have 2 of those, and another Thunk. Now Thunk we saw before, but I think it was red, so it's still considered unique. You got to look at the color up there. The pitch cost is different. Alright, 2 of those. Wallop. So we have 2 there. Mighty Wind Up and Performance Bonus. That was actually one of the Rudy promos for this set. The artwork extended into the text box down there. So 2 of those. Rally the Rear Guard. We have 2 of those. Another Command Respect, this time with blue. Concuss again in blue. Thunk in blue. Okay, so we've had yellow, red, and blue. All different pitch costs. Wallop. Alright. Clash of Might. So a couple of those. Clash of Vigor. And Mighty Wind Up. Yeah, so I was wondering how they would do that with only 2 of each. Here we have Performance Bonus again. And Might. Followed by Vigor. And Tips and Tricks here. Gives you a difficulty rating. Okay, so these are clearly meant at new players. And of course you can expand your collection with booster packs. Alright, so that is Victor Goldmane. So he's a Guardian Hero. And next we'll take a look at Rhinar. Hasn't Rhinar been in the series before? I think so. So this is like a brute, I'm guessing, from the appearance here. Reckless Rampage. Okay, so let's get into the Rhinar deck. Looks pretty cool so far. And of course we have the foil card at the front here. Check it out. So, yep, a Brute Hero. So you have a young Brute Hero. They have like old and young versions of the heroes. So you'll see some slightly different abilities and so forth. Mandible Claw. I remember that one because I pulled a cold foil version. That was Crucible of War, I think. Ball Breaker. Monstrous Veil. Look at that artwork. Awesome. Raw Meat. Gauntlet of Might. Flat Trackers. Rawhide Rumble. And we got a couple of those in red. Assault and Battery. And Pound Town. Two of those. Beast Mode. Yeah, the card naming really matches the brutes, I think. So we've got two of those. Pack Hunt. So two of those. Bare Fangs. Brute Action Attack. Agile Wind Up. So two of those. Mighty Wind Up. And Bone Breaker Bellow. I think this was the one I thought was awesome when we opened the box. Link in the corner in case you missed that video. So we got a couple of those. Pack Call with the yellow there. Agile Wind Up. And Mighty Wind Up. Okay, so we saw those in the other deck as well. The Bone Breaker Bellow again. Two of those. Assault and Battery. Yep. And Pound Town. So you're seeing a bunch of these same sort of cards. Two Pack Hunt. Bone Breaker Bellow this time in blue. Lead with Power. Two of those. Lead with Speed. Smashback Alehorn. And you get two of those. Might. Two of those. Agility. And Tips and Tricks. This one's a little bit tougher. 3 stars apparently. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this one out, if you agree with that assessment. Okay, so make room. What is our next one here? So we have the Olympia Blitz deck. Olympia, I'm guessing, is like a warrior. We'll find out shortly. Okay, prized fighter. Yeah, I think that's about right. So we'll get into this one. So these bricks are pretty neat. So you're looking at like $58 for the whole brick, or $18 per deck. I think it's pretty reasonable if you want to get started in the game. We got Olympia in foil. Okay, so this is a warrior hero, young. Okay, and we have Centauri Saber, Parry Blade. So these are the weapon equipments you can set up. Prized Gallia, Vigor Girth, Beckon Applause, Flat Trackers, Wage Agility. So we get two of those in red. Wage Vigor and Rising Energy. So you'll notice the red corresponds with 1 pitch cost there. So we've got 2 Rising Energy, Rising Speed, and Agile Engagement. So it seems like we do like 2 of each, seems to be the pattern. Fatal Engagement. So 2 of those. Take the Upper Hand. We get 2 of those. Edge Ahead. And I like how the artwork's bleeding into the text there. Hold'em. We have 2 of those. Engaged Swiftblade. So 2 there. Lead with Speed. And okay, now we're coming on to the yellows here. So 2 pitch cost. Edge Ahead. And Lead with Speed. Wage Agility and Wage Vigor. So we're on blue. 2 of those. Agile Engagement. Cut the Deck. And the pitch cost on these is 3, of course. Edge Ahead. 2 of those. Hold'em. And is this the... Yeah, this is the new wager mechanic. I thought so. Okay, so it's a good way to try out the new mechanics. 2 Hold'ems. Engage Swiftblade. 2 of those. Agility and Vigor. And then we have some tips and tricks. So this one's in between, 2.5 stars. Okay, so that is the warrior. So what do we do? I think we might be repeating for the rest of these. So we have Kasai. Kasai, let me guess, warrior? Or is there... I think they have sorcerers in here as well, or illusionists. Let's check it out. So this one, Path of Vengeance. Not sure. So we'll get that open. And let's see what this is about. Blitz format is more of a casual format. So you have your 40 card decks. Most games are over within about 35 minutes or often sooner. So here we have Kasai in foil. Get it in focus. So warrior, hero, young. So I thought it would be a warrior. Okay, so Centauri Saber. So we're going to see some of the similar stuff to the other warrior deck. Hot Streak, we didn't get that one. Hood of Red Sand. Vigor Girth. Beckon Applause. Flat Trackers. Rising Energy. So 2 of those. Rising Speed. 2 of those. Performance Bonus. There it is again. Back and Trade In. We have 2 of those. Agile Engagement. So 2 of those. Vigorous Engagement. 2 of those. Cut the Deck. 2 of those. Draw Swords. And the way you pitch things here reminds me of what they do in Lorcana, where the cards themselves go into the inkwell and pay the cost. So no lands or any resource things like that. You just purely based on the pitch cost there. We've got Draw Swords. Lead with Speed. 2 of those. Take it on the chin. So 2 of those. Trade In. Okay, now we're on to yellow for the 2 pitch cost. Fatal Engagement. And Draw Swords. 2 of those. Lead with Speed. And engage Swiftblade. 2 again. Agile Engagement. And Vigorous Engagement. Draw Swords. It's like the artwork here. They're in some big gladiator arena. I think that's the theme on this one. Draw Swords. Engage Swiftblade. Again in blue. 3 pitch costs. Goblet of Blood Run Wine. Awesome. So we have 2 of those. And then Agility. 2 of those. Vigor. We saw these before. 2 of those. And then this is Difficulty 3. So some tips and tricks there for you. Okay, so let's make some room. So we've got our Kasai deck. And what is up next? Betsy. Do not mess with Betsy. That's what I say. Just, you will get your butt kicked by Betsy. So watch out. So this is Blitz deck. All or nothing. I'm guessing warrior or brute on this one. Let's see if I'm right. So, oh no, I'm wrong. Guardian. Alright, Betsy is a guardian. Okay, so guardian, hero, young. Alright, we got a high riser. Bloodied oval, and you can see it's sort of like you're having a melee combat, like hand-to-hand combat. You set up your hero, your equipment, and then you have this combat chain. You go beating each other down. So you can see you're starting at like 20. I think that's like the life total. Start at that in the corner and then beat them down to nothing. So that's interesting how that works. You got Good Time Chapeau, Vigor Girth, Gauntlet of Might, Stand Ground, Smack of Reality. So 2 of those over the top. And Command Respect. 2 of those. Concuss. So single pitch costs there. 2 of those. Wage Gold. Yeah, the Wager Mechanic again. And Wage Might. Wage Vigor. A lot of waging going on here. Big Bop. More waging. 2 of those. Bigger than big. This is like a total wager deck. Money where your mouth is. Seems like nearly every card in here. Okay, so 2 of those. Then we have yellow, 2 pitch costs. And over the top, Command Respect. Okay, Concuss. Now we're on to blue. And Big Bop. Followed by Bigger Than Big. And Pint of Strong and Stout. Okay. So Guardian Action. We haven't seen that one yet, I don't think. 2 of those stacked in your favor. Okay. 2 of those, and Money Where Your Mouth Is, this time in blue. Lunging Press, 2 of those. Might and Vigor, 2 of those. And Tips and Tricks. Okay, so this is rated difficulty 2, and yeah, they do mention the wager mechanic there. There was another mechanic, I don't know if we've seen it yet. I'll spot it hopefully in this one. So Kaio. Okay, so this one has got to be the brute, right? Let's get into it. So leave a note in the comments which of the decks appeals to you. Is this something you would like to pick up? The Blitz format, like I said, more of a casual format, shorter games, less cards. You do have some limitations there, like the 2 unique cards on each color. But yeah, looks interesting. Okay, so here we go. We've got a Brute Hero Young Kaio. All right. See what he's about. We got a mini Metax right off the bat. That's serious business. Knucklehead. So this is the helmet you're wearing. Reminds me a little bit of Diablo with all your different equipment you set up. Raw Meat. Gauntlet of Might. Flat Trackers, Bare Fangs. And we get 2 of those. Wild Ride. 2 of those. Agile Wind Up. So this one's a brute or warrior attack action. So 2 of those. Rising Power. 2 of those. Down but not out. And Overpower. Is that a new mechanic? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. So 2 of those. Rally the Rear Guard. We have 2 of those. Lead with Power. And Lead with Speed. 2 of those. Create an agility token. Run into Trouble. We have 2 there. Bare Fangs. And Pack Call. 2 of those. Wild Ride. And Agile Wind Up. So we saw those earlier. Rising Power. 2 of those. Rally the Rear Guard. And Pack Call again in blue. 3 pitch cost. Agile Wind Up. Mighty Wind Up. We got 2 of those. Lead with Power. And Lead with Speed. So 2 of those. Agility, Might, Vigor, and 1.5 star. Okay, so I guess the brutes are a little bit easier, or maybe not. Alright, so there we go. Just a quick overview here of the Flesh and Blood Heavy Hitters Blitz decks. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you tried Flesh and Blood? What do you think of the game? I'm very curious. And stay tuned. I'm thinking this will be a regular series. I have a bunch of other Flesh and Blood to get into. So looking forward to it. And if you've missed any of the videos in the Flesh and Blood series so far, link in the corner. So we go all the way back to the first sets. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy out there. Thanks for watching and have a great day.